Joining us now, the Chief Secretary of Punjab, Ms. Vini Mahajan. Thanks, ma'am, very much for being with us. Now, the Punjab government had been in touch with Moderna. What exactly transpired in your communications with them?
The Punjab government has been exploring various opportunities for accessing more vaccine for its population, apart from the Covishield and Covaxin that we have been allocated under the state procurement by the Government of India. We had reached out directly to the 4 major manufacturers, and we have heard back from Moderna, who have said that they would be dealing with the national government. We have also heard back today from Pfizer, who have said the same thing. Our conversation with the manufacturers of Sputnik, Dr. Reddy's, on a telephonic conversation by the health secretary, they did indicate that they would be able to revert shortly on the quantities and prices and so on. So we do look forward to hearing back from Dr. Reddy's about the possibilities of procuring Sputnik vaccine. We have yet to hear back from J&J, which is the 4th manufacturer that we had directly contacted.
And ma'am, is there any indicator on price that you would need to pay to Dr. Reddy's for Sputnik if it were to be acquired in Punjab?
No, as I said, we had discussed with them. We had conveyed our interest in accessing vaccines, and they had said that they would revert. So the formal email reply to us is awaited.
It's interesting, ma'am, that you spoke to Dr. Reddy's, which is manufacturing the drug here in India. Now, Maharashtra appears to have followed a different policy. They've reached out to the manufacturer directly and their agents. They've had 3 sort of requests from or statements of interest from Sputnik or their representatives. This is a bit bizarre, isn't it? Which again leads to the point that if this was led by the center, there would be so much more clarity.
Punjab and other states as well have taken the position that it would be most appropriate if Government of India were to procure vaccines on behalf of the whole country. The Chief Minister had written on these lines to the Prime Minister in April as well as again in May. And we do hope that Government of India is in fact looking at this very seriously. We understand discussions are already on. In fact, the responses we have received from Moderna, from Pfizer, do suggest that Government of India is already in talks with both of these manufacturers. At least that is the understanding we get.
Ms. Mahajan, is it your understanding also that even if orders were accepted by Pfizer or Moderna, they don't have the supply at this stage to immediately provide you with the doses that you require? Is that a sense that you also got? Or was it just a policy difference?
While they have not indicated any supply side constraints in their emails, and therefore we would not like to assume that they will not be able to supply to India, we do understand that globally there is a constraint on manufacturing and that all countries are trying to access as much vaccine as they can for their populations. But as I said, this is not what they have said in their reply to us as the constraint. They have said that they are dealing with national governments, that they would like to work with the Government of India in this case as well.
And ma'am, one final question. What is the shortfall now as far as Covaxin and Covishield is concerned in Punjab? Are you unable to continue with 18 to 44 vaccination, for example?
It is true that there is a very serious shortage of vaccine right now. We have in Punjab about 1.3 crore population to be vaccinated if the entire population in the 18 to 44 age group were to be covered. We have received less than 5 lakh doses, and we are proceeding on a similar kind of number for the month of June as well. So at this rate, naturally, there is a serious constraint. We are very hopeful that with the ramping up of manufacturing, both within India and supplies coming in from outside, we would be able to step up the pace because we really need to do that very quickly.
All right, ma'am. Thanks very much for sharing those details with us. Thanks very much, India.